Hey everyone, it's Nons, and this is going to be a hard video for me to do because usually I'm like negative, against myself, and um, I wanted to do something. I just wanted to remember this day, I guess, of how I pushed myself through my anxiety and got things done, which I've been doing the last couple of months as far as what taking the college online courses, just going through financial aid, going through counseling, having to go to the college for the last couple of months just to get things set up for online has been very difficult. I think today was the toughest day for me out of all the days I had to go to the college. And I never mentioned before, I don't think, that when it snows I get really, really agoraphobic. I mean, I really, really do not want to step outside because I've slipped in the snow several times, and then you never know if ice is under snow or just ice. You just get ice out there, and I've just slipped so many times that I'm very, very paranoid of snow, ice, anything like that. So I knew I had to be to the college at 9:30, so I had to catch and then catching the bus. I had to catch an 8:54 bus this morning. And all last night, I was just really, really paranoid. I'm like, I had to get my books. And it's been difficult getting my books. And I didn't know if I was going to get one or two because of financial aid. And it's just been a whole bunch of unnecessary drama because I believe I didn't have the right counseling or counselor. So I was worried about going to the bookstore in the first place. I was worried if I wasn't going to get the books that I needed. I have paper due on Sunday, so I just was worried about so many things. So I walked out in the snow slowly to the bus stop, and getting on the bus, I slipped because snow was on my shoe. I didn't slip all the way, but my foot slipped a little bit from under me. And that instantly sort of got me into panic mode, like, oh my goodness, am I going to fully fall down out here? And I just got real panicky, couldn't really catch my breath. But on the bus I was saying, get this over with, get this done. You probably won't have to go down to this college again until next semester if I decide to take, courses. So I'm on the bus just trying to breathe, trying to focus. And when I get ready to get off at my stop, there's these younger people that are going to the college, of course. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm too old for this stuff. Just what am I doing? And I go in to see my counselor, which is going to walk me to the bookstore because I can't go in the bookstore by myself. My anxiety really doesn't allow me to go to new places without anybody, or I will really go into like a full-blown panic attack and not be able to do anything. So I had to have my counselor go with me to the bookstore. And when my counselor takes me in his office, he told me that he called my teacher and was going to arrange a meeting. And it's like, wait a minute. I'm doing online classes, so I don't have to meet a teacher, so I don't have to meet students. And it was really uncomfortable that he even tried to make that step. I'm so glad that the teacher wasn't available. And that's all I could really say about that part. So we go over to the main school, and I'm so anxious. I'm like, really can't breathe. And he's like, oh, do you want to take the steps? I'm like, no, I can't breathe as it is. I'm not going to go. I want to avoid I want to just go with the least amount of people. I don't want to go with the crowd. And he just doesn't seem to understand that. So finally we take the elevator, get to the bookstore. There's a line outside the bookstore, and you have to wait until the bookstore clears out some to go in. And when I finally got in, I was just sort of in panicky. So he actually found the books because there's no way I would have even been able to read at that point. And I'm standing in line when I have the books, and they're asking me, where's my student ID? I'm like, student ID? I go on, school online. I don't understand. Anyway, it got through. I just used my driver's license, and I had to sign, just the simple receipts, and I was shaking so much, and I'm just like, they think I'm a nut up in here. They think I'm just crazy. Like, what's wrong with me? And when I get out of the bookstore, I just had to sit everything down and tell the counselor, you're just going to have to wait a few seconds. I just got through this. I'm shaky. I need a moment to collect myself. And, I took that moment, but then it was just like the line was getting bigger and more people were coming around. And I'm like, well, I have to move out of this area. And I I went downstairs. He's like, well, you have to get your student ID. And I'm thinking, I didn't go there with any makeup. I didn't have it. I looked really rough because I had about 2 anxiety attacks so far within an hour. And I looked really, really rough, and I didn't want my picture taken, but he's like, you need it for when you come in next time. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. So I get in this room where they take your student ID, and the guy is just a jerk. And he's just like, you sit down. You ready? And it's just like, wow. So it looks like an ugly mugshot if I were to go to jail or something. It looks really, really horrible. And it was just, even thinking about it, I was just like, I need to get outside. So I grab my ID and I say bye to the counselor. And I go outside, and I'm just like, the bus stop right outside has this big, huge snow build up from the snow plows. And there's no way I could just like climb over a pile of snow and hop on a bus. I'm like definitely going to slip. So I wanted to go to a bus stop that was more clear, and going there made me miss my bus. And so my day wasn't going that well, so I had to stay out in the freezing cold for a half hour to catch the next bus. And then when I came home, getting off the bus, there wasn't a clear, way to get off the bus. There was still like a hill of snow even at the bus stop getting off, and I just like scraped my leg getting off the bus, and I'm just like, just walk home, just walk home. He did the biggest part. And I did it. I went to the school, I got my books. It was an experience that tired the hell out of me. When I got home, it was just like all my bones were hurting. I was just exhausted. I still am exhausted. It's like 9 o'clock at night now. But I wanted to give myself some credit, and I hardly ever do. But I got through that morning, and I got my books, and I have everything set for this semester for online. And I'm taking 2 classes, and I'm don't know how I'm going to do. I'm still terrified about that, but just that all that I've been through and all that I'm going through, and I really don't have time if I feel like, but I'm proud of myself for trying to do it at least. And I feel like anxiety did not win today. Yes, I did have some anxiety attacks, but I still accomplished what I needed to do. And I just wanted to make this video to say that I beat anxiety today. I can't even say the word anxiety because it made me so mad, but I've gotten to a point where now I can relax as far as I don't have to really go outside to the go outside the house for anything for college. But I just wanted to, like I said, give myself credit, and just know that I have to push on and hope that one day it won't be so much of a struggle. That I could just walk outside the house and do what I have to do without having to breathe or remembering to breathe in a certain way, or being shaky or worrying about this and worrying about that. I did it on my own, and yes, I did have a counselor go with me to the bookstore, but just going there on the bus and back was an accomplishment. And even dealing with that counselor, I'm not comfortable with him, and I feel like that was an accomplishment. So yeah, didn't want to make this video too long. Just wanted to say that I feel like I conquered anxiety today. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to suddenly do everything, or I'm cured, because I'm not. I don't want people to get this misunderstood. The people that are closest to me, like, oh, she's healed. No. I just gathered everything I had inside and said, this is the last step for now, and I have to do it. So that's it. And I hope this maybe encourage people with anxiety to try to do something that might benefit them in the long run. And I know it's hard, and I know it seems impossible, because even though I'm doing it, I still feel like it's impossible. But I just have to hope one day, like I said, that I could break free from some of this, and be seen and be heard and be understood and be cared for. Because this world of solitude isn't working too well for me. So that's it. And I hope all you guys are doing well. I lost so many friends because they just couldn't do their videos anymore, and I understand that. But I do miss them, because there were people with anxiety too, and that's nice to know that you're not alone in this. But I hope all you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.